to another edition of the finger-tapping frenzy that we all know and love as WWE SuperCard. With me, Big Jim, here at BadLadDad HQ. Today, not in our normal setting, still having problems with old plumbing and boilers and all sorts of things, builders everywhere. So I'm actually doing this, would you believe, from the kitchen. But not only that, it's a glorious Sunday afternoon here in London. Look, just follow me a second. Just look at this. Wait for the glare, wait for the glare. Let it calm down. Just look at that weather outside. It's absolutely beautiful outside. And what are some of us doing? I'll tell you what we're doing. We're playing this blooming finger-tapping frenzy that we sometimes love and mostly get annoyed with, because we're trying to get that Brock Legion's second card. Now, before I do, Brock, and excuse the glare if it's followed me through the door, and excuse the back door, and just excuse everything, but it's better to do this than nothing at all. Let's have a look and see at my fusion chambre, the chambre de fusion. We're not going to go in a pirates in there because I've got a third Ultimate Fusion that needs collecting. I'm just going to my cards. I'm going to Ultimates. I do, not combinable yet, doofus. Let's just do it correctly. You will see I have got Shamus and not Fandumbo, it's Tyler Breeze. This is partner in crime of the Fashion Police. Tyler Breeze and Shamus. So if I get either one of those two, that would be a pro. Although, to be honest, I'm not that fussed. Something else as well, this is the kitchen. The oven's been on. It's very hot. That's my excuse for needing the amber nectar, just to keep you going. Right, so that's what I need. I wouldn't mind Lana either, although obviously I would still need to try and get her into a pro. But some of these, I don't even know when we're going to get these WrestleManias. Let's have a look. It's Cesaro, okay, Cesaro, with the same shoulder patches that he's got on his Ultimate card. Well, that's pretty disappointing, but not much I can do about that right now, is there? So let's get on that road to glory. How are you guys doing? Have you already got Brock? Are you in fact enjoying your weekend instead of having to do what I'm doing, which is standing in a red hot kitchen, talking to you guys, trying to do the end of this road to glory? As you can see, I've got a few pick doublers. I think I've got about 8 or 9 or title matches, not pick doublers. Let's have a look, see where we are. Now I've got 7, right, okay. Well, let's see how we get on. Very close to doing Dean Ambrose, or let's just become a bit tight. Although something that has just happened is I've just made my second non-event pro WrestleMania card, which was, for those of you who've been paying attention and seen our previous videos, Roman Reigns. So I do actually need to be paying attention to this, and in fact if I chuck in a sacrificial lamb, I had a feeling that we're going to throw in something big. I've got a feeling now these matches are going to get quite tight, so I have to be careful what I do here, pay a bit of attention. I could have done this started with some event cards or even some of my WrestleMania pros. What that means is I now have the event pro Shawnee Michaels, obviously, he's fully done. I have Cedric as my normal WrestleMania pro, very likely to be an event card, and Roman Reigns, which has just been pro'd, and he's not fully powered up yet in terms of strength, i.e. levelled up, and he's certainly not played any matches yet, so this would be his first match. Yeah, female tag team, that's about right for him. It's about his level. This will be his first match that I've used him in when we get around to it. And that's it as far as I'm concerned, working on the old WrestleMania pros. Here you go, you can see him. I've used that picture from his Money in the Bank card. You can see more of the old golden briefcase in that one. I don't have, or I didn't have, too many of the Money in the Bank cards because I do find Money in the Bank quite tedious. But I did do something that was interesting the other day. I had about 3,500 points, Money in the Bank points. I thought, well, I'm never going to play Money in the Bank again, or if I do, it's just going to be very infrequently. I'm certainly not going to be trying to get 18,000 points or what have you to get a top ranking card. But of course what you can do is you can get yourself some picks. So I just bought myself bunches and bunches of picks. Now I think for 3,500 or 3,400 Money in the Bank credits, you could get, was it an elite card? We could have a look in a minute. I think it was an elite card, one elite card I think is what you could get. Well, by cashing in all of those points, 50 picks at a time, and going through, I got 2 standard elite cards, 1 hardened card, and then several SummerSlams. So I didn't get a WrestleMania pick, but it did take me a lot closer to my next WrestleMania freebie, which was Roman Reigns. And then it was very fortunate for me that 2 days after getting Roman Reigns, what cropped up in the old team event? Roman Reigns! So I got myself a pro, so I was very pleased with that. But anyway, just going back to that, I did film all of the picks, just to see, obviously, if I got a WrestleMania card. I was going to turn it into a video if I got a WrestleMania card and said, look, don't waste your 3,500 points, don't waste days trying to get more. Use those 3,500 points or whatever you've got and just get some picks. Because at the very least, it will get you closer to your next big deck reset at your tier level to get yourself your card. But as I say, if you think about it, I've got a couple of elite cards, a hardened card, which is better than just the one elite card I would have got spending those points. You might not even get a hardened, it might just be a hardened card rather than an elite card. I will have to check that. Right, now as I've been talking to you, I've not really been paying attention to what I've been doing. So I've not played any support cards. I've not looked at my mouse solo. Let's put Cedric in action. You can see Sea of the Dreek doing his stuff. Mouse solo charisma. It's going to have to be him, or because he ain't compatible with anyone else. So what you guys been up to? You still enjoying SuperCard? You still chiseling hard? You still playing? Still doing your bits and pieces, or have you just about had enough? Have you had enough of us on SuperCard? Have you seen enough of these videos? Do you find these are all just a bit too samey now, and you're going off them a bit? I don't know. You tell me. I mean, the figures are still churning over quite nicely in terms of viewing. Obviously, if viewing figures were dropping off, then we'd think, okay, perhaps it's time to try something new or do something different. But actually, I don't know if you're like me, I'm a creature of habit. I quite like things to be as they're meant to be. So we don't change the format of these too much. Yeah, we do Man over Ninja Boyo, etc. But we don't change the format of these too much because it's what you're used to. And why change something that people enjoy? We'll do different videos. We do WWE Champions, we do FIFA 17. And I'm sure those of you who followed us for a while will remember we used to do WWE Immortals, and we've done some Rocket League and Clash Royale. So it even did Clash of Clans a little while ago. That was too time consuming. So yeah, I messed that up, didn't I, while I was talking? That wasn't good. That wasn't good. It was okay. It got the points. That's the main thing. So yeah, if there's something else that you think we should be doing in these videos, let us know in the comments down below. If you're quite happy with how we're doing them. I know you'd like to see more of Ninja Boy. I know you just say, where is Ninja Boy? But he's about 4 foot tall. And I'm just over 6 foot. So if he was in this video right now, he'd be down here somewhere. You wouldn't see him. Like, dig, 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 dig. So that's what that is. Right, I'm going to just spend the last of my credits on getting some matches because, of course, I'm filming this. I want to try and get this done. Now, what's the time? The time is 10 to 3 on a Sunday afternoon in sunny Londinium. I could be out and about, doing stuff, having some fun. Not standing in a kitchen, tapping on an iPad, trying to get some flipping cards for a game that is sending us all slowly mad. But then, of course, if I didn't do this, there wouldn't be a video. Now then you'd have nothing to comment on, whether it's a nice comment or a nasty comment, or it's a complimentary comment or a cruel comment. You wouldn't have anything to comment on, so that's why I'm here, doing this. Can't say it's the most enjoyable thing I've ever done in my life, but if I don't do this, we won't hear from you, and I won't know how you're getting on, and I won't get any feedback on the game itself, and what you're enjoying and what you're not enjoying. I think it's fairly safe to say this is all a bit samey now, isn't it? There's no PCC. I haven't had any PCC in season 3. What they were talking about when they said they'd got some plans for it, I think their plan was to ditch it because they've obviously not used it. But it would be nice to see that come back, if only because now, if you go to King of the Ring, everyone's got all the same event cards. If you're in the, let me qualify that. If you've been playing the game for some time and you've worked your way up the tiers, and you've been in WrestleMania tier, WrestleMania 33 tier since it kicked off, most of those players have generally all got the event cards going back through previous tier, or previous couple of tiers. So you're coming up against people who've all got the same cards, and it becomes a bit of a lottery. But one thing that you're having to do is you're having to power up for virtually every game. Now that's probably something that Cat Daddy quite like, because you've got to go to sleep at some stage. I bet there's a few people who are tempted to pay for that manager or whatever it's called. It costs about 500 or 600 credits, where it powers you up. Now it's 600 credits and it powers you up for 5 matches. It's a bit, that's a bit much. All for the chance of trying to get into a final. Now I went through 5 semi-finals, losing each one before I got to my first final, and for a couple of those semi-finals I was playing people who I'd beaten in the ladder stage, even though we were all fully powered up, in every match, just to emphasise what a flipping lottery the thing has become. Alright, what are we doing? 2:11, so 3 more to go. So, no, I didn't mean to do that, I just wasted it. Right, actually that comes from having heavy-handed fingers, not paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm going to cut out of that. I'm going to come back into it. I'm going to cut out of that. Come back into it. Have another little drink. Right. Should have showed you the garden again. Lovely and sunny out there. Glorious. Glorious. Bobby Roode's out there. Right, where are we going? Here we go again. Right, got me belt back. Let's be a bit more careful. Shorty. We're playing a shorty. And of course, we've got coming up Monday and Tuesday. It's the big split. Not so much of a split. We already had the big split last year, didn't we? It's the shaking up, is perhaps the best way to put it. Shaking up of the teams on SmackDown and Raw, and see what's going to happen. Now, of course, the 2 new boys, Shinsuke and Mr. Perfect 10, appeared on SmackDown. So whether they shift one of those over and they count, I don't know, or if it's going to be just the established stars, because there's a lot of chat about the fact AJ Styles could make the move because he's having a row with management. There's one thing that happens when you have a row with management is you tend to find yourself either transferred to the Outer Hebrides or Timbuktu, or sent over to a different competition. So there's a lot of chat around AJ Styles. To be honest, anything that SmackDown loses is going to be to the detriment of SmackDown. Anything that Raw gains is going to improve them, because I don't think I'm alone in the opinion that SmackDown is the one that is kicking butt, and Raw just sucks. I can't really say that, can I? Raw just sucks. So that's it's going to be a benefit to Monday Night Raw to have some new people knocking around. Of course, there's Kurt Angle, Mr. Angle, an Olympic gold medalist, now running things in the absence of various people. So it'd be interesting to see if he has any new kind of ideas that he introduces. Let's go for the biggies. Let's go for the big boys. How are we doing time-wise? It's 5 to 3. Right, female solo. That should be enough for this one. So there's that coming up. WrestleMania we've already spoken about. Understand Taker had to go out on his back as the old war horses do, making way for the new breed. But it was a shame still to see him lose, wasn't it? I can't keep hopping on about it. It's happened, it's done and dusted. Just leave it, Big Jim. Leave it and walk away. Right, I'm just going to do 2 more rounds of this to get this card. Now, you just have to excuse me a second. Something is happening in the kitchen over here. Right, sorry, just had to avoid setting fire to the place. Just something menial, don't worry about it. Right, let's get back into action. G-Man 2124. So, Dean Ambrose is not a pro for me, sadly. So he can be added to the many singles that I'm accumulating. I haven't had a female from the WrestleMania yet, which is unusual for me. I tend to pull the females fairly quickly. So that's, although I've got a strong female lineup at the moment in my King of the Ring, because I've got Alexa Bliss event card. I'm gonna start lagging behind. I've already lost to someone who had a Naomi WrestleMania card as their WrestleMania Pro. WrestleMania 33 Pro to be exact, as their top female. And of course I'm gonna encounter more of that as we go along. Darn, it's hot in here. I can't have the window open though, because I can't be shouting across all the neighbours while they're lying around enjoying themselves. Wow, that's a fully powered Shawnee Michaels, 52,000 speed. Right, come on, don't fall at the final hurdle. So the shutters haven't come down just yet on these top point matches. Should we go for, oh, let's use Randy. Just as well that I did. So I'm still on maximum pointers as we creep towards Broccoli, that Broccoli card. There's going to be, it's 290 odd points, so that would be 30 10-point matches. And I really hope I can get at least halfway through him doing some top matches, because I don't fancy trying to chisel out some 1-pointers for 4 hours this evening. That would not make Big Jim a happy Big Jim. Make Jim a very sad Jim. But we'll see how that goes. Of course, some of you are probably sitting there laughing your heads off because you're all done and dusted. Easy street, cigars out, feet up, enjoying yourselves. Male tag team, doesn't really matter because we've got this one cuffed. So one more. Dean will be done. I don't think I'm going to be adding him in to this Road to Glory squad, because I think I need to be putting my maximum team in. And the only weak player I've got in now is I've got Baron Corbin. Of course, yes. I've got a second Baron Corbin that I'm powering up, which will give me another WrestleMania Pro. Forgot all about him. I think it's because he's obviously not one of the higher ranked cards, so I wasn't getting too excited about that. Right, one more, come on, one more win. Well, give us a nice pick. It's something nice to look at and share with the good people out there. Right, no, okay. Briefcase. And we are on 231. So at some stage I've probably done a 6-pointer, I would guess. That would account for the fact there's that single point. Or maybe I did didn't have any doublers and I did it as or title matches and did it as a 1-pointer. Who knows? You know what it's like when you start doing this and you're half asleep in the evening. You're just like doing it that way. Come on, and not really paying attention to what you're doing. Because I don't mind admitting, there's been many an occasion when I've woken up with my phone, on my iPad, on my lap, on my head, on the floor. Anywhere where it shouldn't be, because I've obviously been playing and fallen asleep while I was doing that. Jules. Right, come on boys. let's get this over with. Don't mess about. Now solo power. Let's use... No, he's gone for the big card. AJ Styles. Okay. I'm getting to that point where you have to start thinking about putting a weaker card in as your first card when it plays a strong card, and then putting your best card in perhaps for the second or third match. It used to be, many moons, people who played season 1 will remember this, when you were doing Road to Glory, it would always play its best card first. So when you started finding life as a little bit tricky, you just put your worst card in first, because you know that that was going to lose come what may, and then you could start picking it off in the second, third and fourth matches. But it doesn't do that anymore. It's a bit wiser, it's a bit shrewder in its actions, its programming. Right, this is going to be interesting. So I'm now up against a Brock Pro. Now solo, let's go with Johnny Boy, and then hopefully we've got a tag team, because obviously going to lose that one. Yeah, okay. And oh no, they're going to boost as well. We just shade that one, I think. We should just shade it. Right, come on, we're close. Tag team, tag team. Damn. Okay, he's not compatible either though. Although I'm underpowered. Underpowered, underpaid. Female tag team though. And they are going to get a boost, but they're pretty low down. Should take that. Certainly take the match, take the points, take the card, take life. As we find it. It's life, Jim, not as we know it. Right, here we go. Dino is done and dusted. He's over in the BLD gang. Brock is to be tackled at some stage very soon, probably when I've refilled my glass. Anyway, look, thanks ever so much for watching. Don't forget, let me know down below how you've been getting on. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, but of course, most importantly, like the video, to that blooming like button down there. Subscribe if you want to see some more of this, not necessarily from the kitchen. If you like the kitchen, let me know if you like the kitchen. We'll do more from Jim in the Kitchen. It's a new series. Jim does WWE SuperCard from the kitchen. Anyway, as I was saying, thanks ever so much for watching. Till I see you next time, you stay cool.